Welcome back to the channel. So today I want to talk to you guys about becoming a truck driver for all you people who want to embark on a new career and you're thinking truck driving could be the answer. So you want to be a truck driver. Well, just understand that not everybody can be a truck driver, okay? Some of you people can't even drive your car. I don't even know how you get to and from places. I've seen you guys out here on the roads. Just trust me, some of you will not make to be a truck driver. Before we get too far into this, I think it's important for you to understand where I'm coming from when we're talking about this topic. I'm a third generation truck driver. My grandfather drove a truck. My dad drove a truck. A lot of my uncles drove a truck. I've got a CDL Class A in 1993. That's a 1993, okay? A lot of you people probably weren't even an itch in your daddy's pants at that time. Since 1993, I have been to every continental United States state. I have been pretty much every city, I believe, in the continental U.S. I've been to 3 provinces of Canada, and I've been to Mexico. I've driven every United States interstate system. I have been on every U.S. state route in the continental U.S. and most state routes within the continental U.S. So I've also, just to make note, I was a CDL instructor for a community college. If any of my students are watching this, please keep the name of that college disclosed for legal reasons. So where I'm coming from on this, there's a little bit of history and a little bit of experience. First, if you want to become a truck driver, you have to have what's called a commercial driver's license, and it has to have an endorsement for the type of vehicle that you're going to drive. All right? Some of you may or may not know that. You old school truckers, you know what I'm talking about. All right. How do you get a CDL? Well, there are a couple ways right now. You can actually go and get your permit. You have to take a written test to get your permit. Once you get your permit, if you know somebody who has a CDL that is for the vehicle that you are going to operate, whether you got to have a Class B for certain vehicles or Class A for certain vehicles. If you don't know what that is, it's really easy to find out. You can just Google it, okay? But you got to have a licensed CDL holder in the vehicle with you. There is a big push to change that. I don't know that they've changed it yet or not. I would expect if it hasn't been changed, it's going to be changed real soon, that you have to go to an accredited school in order to take required class to get your CDL. All right. Usually, depending on the school, somewhere from 4 to 8 weeks is what it's going to take you. All right. Somewhere between $5,000 and $8,000, depending on what school you want to go to. When you're at the program, you have a certain amount of class. In the state of Ohio, you have to have 40 hours of classroom, okay? And it's also in the state of Ohio, the total program is 160 hours, okay, minimum. And that's for your classroom and your road skills as well, and your backing skills. One thing that I want to caution you guys, there's a part of your exam when you go to take your final exam, you have to do what's called a pre-trip inspection. Well, your instructor is going to outline for you, or should outline for you, the proper method for a pre-trip inspection for the state that you're going to take your test at. What I'm going to caution you about is there's a lot of information on the internet, and including YouTube. And where I have found as an instructor some videos on YouTube to be entertaining at best, you don't really know how old that content is and what state it's for. So do yourself a favor and your instructors a favor. Stay away from YouTube when it comes to pre-trip or anything to do with how to obtain your CDL. Okay? If you really want to know what you need to do, you can go to your local Bureau of Motor Vehicles, and they'll give you a book. And in that book, it'll describe to you everything you need to do for that state. That's as far as I'm going to go on that topic. Okay? So let's talk about what you can gain from having a CDL and becoming a truck driver. Well, you're going to gain a lot of first-hand witness of, the area you're going to travel, whether it's local or whether it's regional or whether it's national, what we call over the road. You're also going to be, in most cases, compensated very well, except for in this area. This area it's shithole. You ain't gonna get nothing here. You'll be able to support your family. You'll be able to buy some toys and stuff like that. What you're going to sacrifice. So you got to understand, by the laws, you're allowed to drive 11 hours per day. That's physically driving. Okay? You're allowed to be on the clock for 14 hours a day. What that translates into, by the time you drive to work and get prepared, and before you get on the clock, and then by the time you do your tour, what we call a tour, and you finish your tour, and then you finish up with all the other things, by the time you get off the clock, you're looking at about a 16-hour day. Okay? A 16-hour day. So if you do a local gig, a city route, if you will, you're looking, by the time you drive maybe an hour to work and an hour home, you're talking about an 18-hour day. All right? Which leaves you with what? 6 hours? 6 hours to sleep. 6 hours, in that 6 hours, you got to, eat your dinner, interact with your family, and sleep. I mean, it's not a lot of time, okay? So you're going to sacrifice a lot. You're going to sacrifice a lot of family birthdays, your own birthday, holidays. You got to understand there's no guarantee in trucking. The only guarantee in trucking is that there is no guarantee. And again, my fellow veteran truckers out there, you guys know what I'm talking about. Anniversaries, you're probably not going to be home. Your daughter's ballet, you're probably not going to be there. And that's just if you're talking about being a city or local driver. Now, if you're going to be an over-the-road driver, you're going to be gone. You're going to be gone. Now, there's companies out here that will promise you, hey, we're going to have you home, every other day and off on weekends. Okay, let me explain what off on weekends means to those of you who don't know. Off on weekends means you leave the house to go to work Sunday, typically around noon on Sunday. You will be gone Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and if you're lucky, you'll be home late Friday night or early Saturday morning. Okay? That leaves you somewhere between 24 to 36 hours at home a week. So for you family guys out there, you really need to think about that. And I know there's companies out there that promise you whatever you want to hear. The first thing you need to understand is the company has a recruiter, all right? And the recruiter in the trucking industry is no different than a recruiter for the military, all right? They're going to tell you whatever you want to hear to get you to sign up and climb in a truck. Doesn't matter, because when you get there and you get in that truck, you're going to find out that what they told you is not true. You know, and they may have good intentions, but they're not going to be able to promise you, even if your company is one that is one in a million, that is going to, you know, put the effort in to fulfill their promises. There's still, you know, things that can happen that you can't foresee, like equipment failure, like a load delay, road delay, weather delay. There's a lot of variables involved. So the bottom line is you're going to sacrifice a lot. If you're a single guy or a single gal and you want to get out and you want to see the country, hey, that's a really great way to do it, and you're going to get paid to do it well. Paid well to do it. If you're a married guy with a family, I want you to understand that the trucking industry is one of the largest occupations that you can get involved with, that has one of the largest divorce rates. Okay? Simply because you're just never home. Never home. But if you're lucky enough where you're married and your kids are grown, or you don't yet have children, maybe your spouse can go with you. My wife and I did it for a number of years, and it was actually enjoyable. We really enjoyed what we've done. We enjoyed what we saw and some of the people that we met. So that can be really cool too. Now, how does it affect people around you? This is something a lot of people don't understand, and they don't even think about it. So how would you like it if you were married, or if your mom or your dad was never home? And people don't really stop and think about it this way, because they're more thinking, okay, I got to provide for my family, and you know, I have to make that money, and I need to take this run so I can keep my job. But it affects the people around you in a dramatic way. You know, they don't understand, you know, you're not being there for their birthday or their anniversary or that first touchdown, or, you know, or anything like that. They just don't understand it, and it creates a lot of distance between them and you. So, you know, just a couple things I'd like for you guys to understand. And please, you know, understand this. Not everybody can be a truck driver. Not everybody wants to be a truck driver. But you need to make decisions that are as educated as you can possibly make, you know. So these are just a few things I wanted to outline for you. Now, I want to talk to the truck drivers, the people that are out there. I see on the news, I see on the media, you guys, for some reason, want to trust your GPS in an 18-wheeler, and that is just insane, okay? It is insane. You cannot do that. Do yourself a favor. Do the motoring public a favor. Do your company a favor. Stop at any truck stop. and get you a Rand McNally Road Atlas. Okay, it's spiral bound. You can get them laminated, so when you're driving down the road with the map on the steering wheel like you're not supposed to, and you spill your coffee while you're drinking it, driving down the road with your map on a steering wheel, it won't stain it to where you can't see it. All you got to do is wipe it off. Okay, get a road atlas, people. Come on, this is ridiculous. All right, I mean, how many times do we have to watch on the news where a truck goes up underneath a bridge? You know that bridge height is posted. It's posted in the Rand McNally Road Atlas. Okay, it's not on your GPS. Wake up. I'm sure somebody in your truck driving academy told you to stay away from GPS. I don't give a shit if it says it's made for trucks. It's not your friend. It can be a useful tool. Okay, you can find things that are around you, like if you want to find a truck stop, or if you want to find a Walmart, if you want to find a restaurant, anything like that. It is useful. I'm not saying throw it out your window, okay, but don't use it to navigate. What are you thinking? Okay, it ain't going to give you a pop-up warning and telling you that the bridge is 11 foot tall. You can't get under an 11 foot tall bridge, bro, unless you got short stacks, flat top, and a flatbed trailer, and you're empty. That's pretty much the only way you're going to get under it. Think, use your head. You're a truck driver. You're a professional. We're tired of seeing our shit tore up because you people want to follow a GPS. Okay? Peace.